ShopRite used to know me. I would start fights in ShopRite as long as my husband has said hi to a female.
You start fighting.
I would start fighting, real fights that will end at the police station. The whole town knew me. Even now, if you're gonna have viewers that are from Mazaboka, they will tell you like, that woman.
The crazy woman. Did you see yourselves being this financially stable? How did you learn to appreciate the marriage then? Like, I really just want to know how we can figure that out, because social media right now will really make you feel like
you're behind.
Yeah, you're behind, or your
like
marriage
you
is
married
not
the
beautiful.
wrong person.
Yes.
Yeah. The first thing you do, you look at the argument, analyze it, and you step back and check yourself first. Did I offend him or her for them to respond like this? Or is it because they just acted out of proportion? You question yourself. And people who do that, they have discovered themselves. Their content, nothing moves them.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to the first ever episode of One Wife to Another. I am your host, Musa, a wife, a mother, and a woman who's deeply passionate about helping women feel seen, feel heard, and feel whole in marriage. This podcast is a safe space, not for perfect wives, not for performative marriages, but for women who want real love, real conversations, and just real tools on how to go about marriage in general. So this podcast, for this season, we're going to be talking about the beauty of marriage. Despite the narrative social media is trying to portray, and despite what we actually experience in marriage is still beautiful. And I firmly believe that. Despite everything that happens, I still believe marriage can be a safe place to land. And I thought, what better way of talking about the beauty of marriage than actually having somebody who's lived it. Our guest today is a marriage counselor, a certified marriage counselor who's been married for over 25 years. And she's seen the highs, she's seen the lows, obviously the fights, the laughter, the healing, and just everything. And she's actually going to, talk to us about the genuine beauty of marriage and just how to go about it. Hi, Mrs Seedat.
Hi, Musa. How are you?
I'm okay, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm good, thanks.
To start with, thank you so much for coming here. Thank you so much for coming to educate us and just reminding us about the beauty of marriage. But then before we go any further, kindly tell the viewers about yourself, a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Okay, so my name is Rachel Seedat. I'm a mother of 6 girls, a grandma of 2. So by God's grace, this year in November, we'll be turning 25 years in our marriage.
Wow.
29 years together because we dated for 4 years. I'm a marriage counselor. I run a mental health clinic. Yeah.
What is it called so that everyone can look for
Reveal to
you?
Heal Medical Center and Counseling Foundation. So we are located in Rhodesburg, Lubu Road, right opposite Italian School.
Oh, okay.
That's where we are. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I just feel like we can't really talk about the beauty of marriage without you giving us a snippet of how you and your husband met, how it was, and just how everything happened for the both of you to get married.
Mine is a complicated one, but in brief, for me, I have to write a book for people to understand my story because everyone gets amazed when they see me with my husband. Because they feel or they think we are two different people. My husband is from Asia, I'm from Africa, and two different religions. So the way we met, for me, I won't speak on behalf of my husband, like when he asked me out, I was like, oh, it's just one of those things. Where would this guy take me?
Yeah.
Because at that time, Christian and Muslims, even now, people still think that it's not possible. So for me, it wasn't possible. I was just like, okay, we're just here to play because we are teenagers. So I met my husband when I was 16.
Ish.
Yeah, so I don't advise in this generation because before we were principled. Yeah, so I met him when I was 16 years old and he was 20.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's something that we didn't see it today to leave it where we are right now. Yeah. And it was like ups and downs. My family wasn't for the idea, his family wasn't for the idea. So our going out was a bit tough, where every time my dad would discover that I'm with him, he would go to the police, get the police, pick him and lock him up and tell the police that I'm underage, and his friends would call me and say, rush to the police and tell them we are not underage. So yeah, it has been a journey, like ups and downs.
And you've really fought through it. That's really
Yes,
impressive.
yes.
So, by the time you were getting married, what was your view of marriage then, and how has it evolved over the past 25 years?
Yeah, trust me, when I was getting married, I got married when I was 20. For me, marriage was like, I love this guy, nothing else. For me, it was just love. And sex, you know how everyone would think when we are together, I'm going to have it every day and all that. But I was wrong. So my thinking was wrong, and that made me get hurt in the first 5 years. Because you get tired of either having sex or whatever. But I kept on telling myself that I love this guy. If I compare now and before, I don't think that was love.
Yeah? What do you think it was? Obsession?
Yes. Yeah. It was obsession, because I can tell you now, I can compare obsession and love. So if my husband was here, he can testify to say the first 10 years of marriage, I thought I loved him, but I was obsessed. Why am I saying that? Because I didn't want to see my husband with any woman. Not dating, not even greeting. Yeah. Any woman, either it's the cousin, in whoever it is, I didn't want to see him in that space. So for me, I thought it was love. Only now, the past 15 years, where I feel, oh, okay, so that was obsession. It's different to how I react now.
So, as a marriage counselor, have you come across situations where you're actually able to see, okay, you know, if I'm being honest, this is when you're counseling a couple. If I'm being honest, this somehow looks like obsession as opposed to genuine love.
Yes.
It has,
yes,
right?
Yes, because I've been there. Yeah.
I can only imagine how difficult it must be, because you know how they say, or maybe let me phrase my question this way. You know how they say the first 5 years of marriage are very difficult.
Yes.
Do you think they are very difficult because of the obsession aspect as opposed to genuine love?
Part of it, but the other thing that affects the first 5, I call them under 5. You know, mothers, we take our children from birth to 5 years with a card. Every month you have to go to the hospital to check the weight, whatever they give. So for me, I call under 5 marriage as they are still moving with the card, the under 5 card. But that is part of it. But the other thing that I've noticed is that a lot of people going in marriage, they are not prepared. They don't know why they are going into that. Remember, marriage is a lifetime thing.
Yes.
And someone needs to be prepared, and they need to be taught real things that they're going to find there. It's not about baby, what they are doing outside marriage. One day that baby will fade. How will you stand? So in the first 5 years, you find that a year later or months, reality hits them. The guy that used to go with them maybe out to have a drink, then he stops. He says, you are a wife, I'm going alone. Where do you go?
That's very tricky.
So 5 years is a bit tricky. Only those that are prepared, those who know why they are going into marriage, then they'll be able to handle it. Many have failed.
Then how do you prepare adequately?
I think we need people like who are passionate the way you are. In premarital, I think I would advise that people can even contact you, because you are the best one for premarital, to prepare them. Tell them, I know you'd say, no, Mrs Seedat, but I've only been married for a few years. You've been, but you've crossed the 5 years. And me being around your life for some time, I know that you're the best person to prepare the underage. For me, 25, they'll be like, no, but you are old, or you are in the olden days. You got married in this generation that is
Yes.
battling with marriage.
Yes.
So you prepare them adequately. You tell them that, guys, it's not about you saying, I love you. It's not about you saying, are you buying for me flowers? Are you bringing smoothie? Those days, one day, they will not be there. How will you handle your partner?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I hear you. So a side note for the viewers, Mrs Seedat is saying so because at the moment I'm currently studying to be a certified marriage and family counselor. So once I graduate, you will see me everywhere, most likely on your screens talking about how premarital counseling is very important, and that's something I actually want to specialize in because genuinely speaking, like I said earlier when we were speaking over the phone, I feel like there's so much I would have avoided, or there's so much I would have gone into marriage being prepared for if I was actually taught about it. Because I genuinely feel the Chimbusa training we're going through, just the church counseling and, Vana Chimbusa, it's enough, it's okay, but to some degree it needs to be revised.
Yes.
It
Yes.
really needs to be revised
agree
because
with
the
you.
problems we are going through now in marriage have little to nothing to do with what we were actually
Yes.
taught. They're good,
Yes.
don't get me
Yes.
wrong. They're good, they just need to be revised.
Yes. Yes.
But then, do you think people actually experience the beauty of marriage after they've crossed that 5-year mark, 7-year mark, after they've maybe, let's say, come to a point where they feel like, okay, I've seen the worst of this man or this woman, and I'm here because I genuinely love this person? Do you think they actually experience the beauty of marriage after?
I don't know if we still have women like that, but for me, it reached a point when I looked at, like, why am I behaving like this? The guy doesn't like my behavior, so let me change.
How did you used to behave? Tell us a bit of how you used to behave.
I was really a bad wife. Trust me. I tell my husband every day, like, if there are guys, if there are men in this world, 10 of them, the gentlemen, my husband is number 2.
What did you used to do?
Because he
Tell
would
us.
have left me long time. In this generation, I would have not survived, not even a month.
Yeah.
Because I was very, very violent. I used to insult anytime, anywhere I see him with a woman. ShopRite used to know me. I would start fights in ShopRite as long as my husband has said hi to a female.
You start fighting.
I would start fighting, real fights that will end at the police station. The whole town knew me. Even now, if you're going to have viewers that are from Mazapoka, they will tell you, like, that woman.
The crazy woman. I'm sure you used to beat women.
Yes, I used
You
to
used
beat.
to?
Yes. I used to beat. So my husband, every time he was on the lookout if he's with a woman, the moment he sees me, he will just tell a woman to jump in the car and he will drive off. Because he knew either I'll break the car and I'll beat up a woman.
That's very, I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
even know what I
that
can
was
say it.
bad. For me now, I don't even advise. And the way you have said that the Vanachimbusa lessons, they need to be revised. It's okay. You and I, we've gone through them. And we've gone through the marriage counseling now, and we've seen the spiritual part. So I think the revision that we want Vanachimbusa to do is, the thing they tell women is to live for a man. So in the process, a man takes advantage. Some men take advantage, not all of them. And then because this woman is fighting for her marriage, they don't realize that in the process they lose themselves as a woman. Yeah, they don't know who they are anymore.
Did you ever experience a period where you felt like, okay, I've lost myself and now I need to start working towards finding myself?
I literally lost myself for like solid 4 or 5 years, even more. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know where I was going. I didn't even dream of any future. I didn't know that one day I could sit in front of people and be a certified marriage counselor running a place that is helping a lot of people. I didn't see that. I lost myself because for me it was living for my husband. He was literally my God. The first year I went to school, and because I did primary teaching, that was the first course that I did. And when I graduated after 3 years, my sister-in-law faced me and told me, thank God that you no longer worship your husband.
Really?
Yes.
How did you feel after that comment?
I looked at her and I went like, so you knew? I can assure you that many times we lose ourselves and we lose the focus on who God is, and we put our husband in the place of God. So I went through that. My husband was everything. For me to breathe, I looked at him, I'm like, this is the only person. Yeah. So personally, I lost myself. And the time I lost myself, I can assure you, I used to bath even 3 times a day, but my skin was dry. If I scratch myself, the skin was coming out. That's how bad it is. My dreams were shattered. I was a nothing. Yeah.
And then how did you work towards now finding yourself?
I think that the time I decided to step out of my home, yeah, because it was too much. In fact, it wasn't even my idea. One of my friends said, you know what, you are crying too much in this home. Can we go for a break at my house? That's how I packed. We had our firstborn by then. When I went to my friend's house, a week, I was crying every day. I missed my husband. And my friend kept on telling me, look at what he's doing to you. And later on, I started thinking, okay, let me let him go. Like, I think it can't work. Yeah, I think that was the first step. And my friend started taking me out. And you know, as we were going out, that is very funny, but it helped me. Like, my friend was single. So every time she's going out, she would carry me and she would tell me, dress up, but in a decent way. And then you'd find maybe her friends, they would come and greet and, oh, this is my friend Rachel. Oh, she's so pretty. All those compliments. When I went home, I would sit and I'm thinking, so I'm beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that changed my mindset. So when you lose yourself, no matter what happens, you won't even trace where your beauty is. You won't know that you're beautiful, intelligent.
I hear you.
Yeah.
So going back on the beauty of marriage, how do you really get to position yourself in a place where you accept your marriage for what it is? Because, you know, nowadays social media is really influencing what really happens in our homes. You know, you see a couple traveling to another country, and you look at your husband, you look at yourselves, you're not able to afford it, and you feel like you're suffering. How do you condition yourself or find yourself in a position where you just accept your marriage and find the beauty within it, even when things are not even when things are not where you want them to be?
Yeah.
I understand. I think the first time we met, you once told me a story of how you were not doing so well financially, but then now looking at you and Mr. Seedat, you know, did you see yourselves being this financially stable? How did you learn to appreciate the marriage then? Like, I really just want to know how we can figure that out, because social media right now will really make you feel like
you're behind.
Yeah, you're behind, or your
like
marriage
you
is
married
not
the
beautiful.
wrong person.
Yes.
Yeah. So for me, I always tell people to say that social media is fake.
Yeah.
Trust me, it's fake, because behind the closed doors, those people don't live that life that they are portraying. We've seen a lot of couples that would go to studios and take pictures, but then I know personally, like a marriage counselor, I know them that I would see pictures on social media like today, and then tomorrow I'm canceling them because they were fighting. I'm seeing a woman that has posted pictures with full makeup, but they'll come for counseling. You find all that makeup was hiding the marks that the husband. So social media is fake. And for me, what I would advise you is that to put through this the way you asked me, to accept who you are and your husband, is knowing who you are first.
Oh.
Yes. Because the moment you don't know who you are, you expect a lot from the other person. But the other person cannot fulfill your desires like fully the way God can do. No man can complete you. It is only God and yourself. So you need to complete yourself for you to appreciate the other person. So if you don't appreciate, you keep on complaining. Like this person is not doing this for me, not doing that for me. When you are complete, when you are content, when you accept who you are and know who you are and where you are going, whatever little you have at that moment, you accept it, because everything is in life is one step at a time. And then you know and understand that this is a teamwork and we are going somewhere.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's very profound. I like what you've said.
Yeah.
So it's like in marriage, you first have to be content with yourself.
Yes.
Know who you are.
Yes.
And that's the only time you will be genuinely happy in your marriage.
Yes.
Wow, that's
Yes.
very,
Yeah.
very profound.
So that will put you in a position that even when you have an argument, you won't rush to point at your spouse. The first thing you do, you look at the argument, analyze it, and you step back and check yourself first. Did I offend him or her for them to respond like this? Or is it because they just acted out of proportion? You question yourself. And people who do that, they have discovered themselves. They are content. Nothing moves them. They are not in a hurry. So the moment you step back, you'll be able to know and say, I think I overreacted.
That's very, very nice. You see why I was saying what we learn from our chimpusas needs to be revised, because it's like I'm starting to pick up, and I've actually seen it even, in marriages now. The people that are really striving in marriage are people that really know themselves, and this is something people have to work towards before actually getting married.
Yes.
Like you really have to know yourself. Then the beauty in your marriage will start to expose itself.
Exactly. Yes.
Wow.
Because the beauty of your marriage is you.
Or it starts with you.
It starts with you. Because if you don't know that you are beautiful, you don't know that you are capable, you don't know that you are intelligent, you don't know that you are able, nothing will work in your marriage. You can't give what you don't have. You can only give what you have.
Yes.
So the contentment that you have is what you will give to your marriage.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's very nice. And then what can you say, what do you think keeps marriages strong over the decades? The way you have been married for over 25 years, but then you've been together with your husband for 29 years.
Yeah.
What's kept you guys very strong? What's kept the both of you very strong, even after the fights, even after, you beating, you insulting him?
I think my marriage would have ended years back. I thank God that I realized faster that it's not about the love we speak on the mouth to say, I love you, I love you. It's beyond. Marriage is commitment. Because one day you will fight, and there will be a period where you feel you don't love this person.
Yeah.
So if you're going into that marriage because of love, what about the day it will fade? The day you feel like you don't love him anymore. The day he feels he doesn't love you because you are like me, you have 6 children, the body has enlarged, everything has changed. What happens? What will keep you is to have in mind that marriage is a commitment. Despite the flaws, everything, I still love this person for who he is or for who she is.
So it's not just about love. You
It's
can't
not-
go into
you
go into
can't.
marriage just
No.
feeling like you love your partner.
No,
That's
you can't,
not
because
enough.
remember that love is a feeling.
Yeah.
So when that feeling goes, then what? There's nothing that will keep you. You are gone. And that's why nowadays we have a lot of under 5 marriages. Within 5-6 months, people divorced. 36,000 marriages gone. Imagine if those 36,000 marriages had one kids. We have 36,000 kids that are from a broken home. Why? Is because these two went in and said, I love you, you are beautiful. But after all these financial challenges, how will you love this person? What will sustain you? The love is there, but at the time where you feel there's no love, it's a commitment that you made to this person and to God.
Ish. So then how do you draw the line between Chipikisha Club, being in there because you just want your marriage to work, and being in there because you actually see the potential in your marriage and for what it can be? Because I feel like a question I would be asking myself is, okay, let's just say I'm going through a lot with my husband. I feel like possibly divorce could be the right case, but I don't want to divorce. I feel like maybe my partner will not change. I don't want to go through a divorce. How do I how do I just not stay because of Chipikisha Club, and then how do I draw the line to make sure I don't get, I don't know if you understand what I'm trying
I
to
do.
say.
Yeah. I'm picking it. I hope I'm
Because
picking
in as
it
much
right.
as marriage is beautiful at the end of
Yeah.
the day, it's quite challenging.
Yes.
You know, facing the obstacles that we experience in marriage are quite challenging. How do you tell yourself it's okay, let me wait, let me sit and see what it will be, rather than, you know, as opposed to you possibly wasting your time?
Yeah, I always tell people to say, in marriage, there's no Shipikisha club. That wasn't the plan of God. His plan was a beautiful marriage where we're going to multiply and going to love each other as mankind. So when it comes to that Shipikisha club, whatever they call it, for me it's a no. So in that same Shipikisha club, you must see what is involved, because others, you find maybe the partner beats them, and you can't be in such a space. If your partner is violent, like if your husband beats you all the time and you say, no, I just need to save this marriage, yes, you can try to save it, seeking professional counselors, the family and all that. But if you see that this is not stopping, for me as a marriage counselor, when I have people that come and they say, he's been beating me, we've sat meetings, we've come here, he's not changing, I tell them, give yourself space. Because remember, your well-being matters. And now, especially that we have mental health issues, you can't be in this Shipikisha club.
Yeah, because nowadays people are killing themselves.
People are killing
each
themselves.
other.
Why? Is because also society says if a woman leaves, she has failed. But they don't know what this woman is going through. Yeah. And the other Shipikisha club that I don't advise is that I'm just here because of my kids. What about when the kids go? There'll be nothing, isn't it?
Yes.
So be in that marriage where you're even seeing, but this guy or this woman has potential. If we can seek a professional counseling, she might change, I might change as well. Every time you are in that space, make sure you don't leave yourself behind. You must say, we might change, both of us. Because if you say he might change or she might change, it's a problem, because you are not perfect as well. So say we might change, let's give it a try. As long as there is no beating, there is no that domestic abuse, in short, then you have room to change, especially if you really loved this person for who they are, not for what they had before you got married.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
Yes.
I'm really hoping our viewers are really learning from it.
Yeah.
So then finally, how would you encourage a woman to see the beauty in marriage, the worth in marriage? How would you encourage a woman to just focus on that goal?
For them to see the beauty is that they need to see the beauty within themselves first. And they need to understand what is marriage. And they need to look at that person, visualize who do they want to become in the next 10 years, next 15 years. Me and my husband, despite starting from a one-bedroom house with a single mattress down with our baby and one pan, one pot, I remember we would sit and say, babe, one day when we start driving big cars, that time we used to move in buses. Wherever I would go, sometimes my husband would even walk from Katondo Street to Makeni because he didn't have a coin. But every time we would sit, we'd be like, one day we'll be millionaires. And remember, that took us like, so that is where I'm telling you that it's a commitment. Because me and him, we used to talk like that in the first 5 years of our marriage, like, we're gonna drive, babe, money, we'll fly, we'll do that. How long did it take us to start flying? It was like 15 years down the line. So that patience from year 1 to 15 years, you need to have a vision. And you need to know who you are and what you want and who your partner is.
So did you always think your marriage was beautiful, or it's only now that you're actually appreciating it?
I think it's only now when I'm appreciating it. Remember where I said that emphasize to your clients as you counsel them in premarital, they should have a reason why they are going into marriage. Personally, I went in marriage because I needed a home. Yes, I will not even lie. Because I felt like my dad didn't allow me to do what I wanted to do. And then I don't have a mother. And then my mother's family, like that time, my aunties and all, they had died. So there was only this space where I live with my stepmom, and the environment is not so good. And I feel like, when am I going to live a better life? And I just said, let me just get married. Let me go and stay with that guy. Already it was a wrong
Foundation.
Exactly.
Foundation,
Yeah.
yes.
So for me, in the marriage counseling that you are doing now, my foundation was 40. Because I didn't even look at marriage to say, oh, because it was ordained by God and I'm going to enjoy. For me, it was like, I need shelter, and this is the only person that can do it for me. It is wrong. Beauty in this. And that's how everything has worked out. Like, I'm seeing the beauty of marriage. By God's grace, I tell people, if there are 100 women that are happy in this world, I'm number 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even after all you've experienced.
Exactly. I'm happy, and I thank God. I can't even lie. There are millions of people that are watching this. I am happy, not because my husband is perfect, not because I'm perfect. It's because there's a place I have reached where every time it's not about him who's wrong. I've learned to accept the mistakes, and I've known who I am, and I've discovered what I want in this. Yeah.
I really like what you said. Mrs. Seedat, I'm so grateful for coming here. I've actually learned something. You know, the thing with marriage is you learn
every day. Yeah.
Yes, you learn every day. You think, oh, something has happened. I know my partner.
Yeah.
You still learn
You still
something.
learn.
You still learn something about yourself, about the situation.
About your partner. I always tell women that a man is a science project. You don't stop learning them, I swear. Today they will do this. You tell them they'll stop, they'll do another thing. So for the rest of your life, it's a science project.
Oh, that's very nice. I think for me, what I'm genuinely taking out of everything you've said is you only get to experience the beauty of marriage when you work on yourself first.
Yes.
So the beauty in marriage actually starts with you as an individual.
Exactly.
Seeing your beauty, finding your beauty, knowing who you are, just entirely working on yourself. Then you appreciate the beauty of marriage.
The other person.
Oh, that's very, very nice.
Yeah.
So, before we end the show, I think we want to have a little ritual of what we can do. You know how they say what you say is actually what happens.
Yeah.
So, I would love for you to say this affirmation with me. I'm hoping the viewers can say it as well. I'm just going to read it.
All right.
I believe in love that grows.
I believe in love that grows.
I believe in partnership that heals.
I believe in partnership that heals.
I believe that marriage can be beautiful.
I believe that marriage can be beautiful.
And I deserve the experience. I deserve to experience that beauty.
I deserve that experience.
I deserve to experience.
I deserve to experience that beauty.
Yes, my marriage will work.
My marriage will work.
I will do it in my marriage.
I will do it in my marriage.
I really hope everybody say that with me.
Please say it.
Yes, you know what you confess is what actually happens. So
yeah, that's true.
That's very nice. I'm going to leave our guests our viewers with a challenge. Please do tell us in the comments what you appreciate about your marriage, what you are deciding to see from today onwards with regards to yourself and your marriage. You can inbox us, and we'll read some of the comments. If you inbox us and you want us to read it anonymously, please let us know. If you're okay with us mentioning your name, please do let us know. But as it is for now, we will see you on the next episode. Thank you so much for watching us. Thank you so much for listening to us. A big special shout out to Lumana Investments Limited, one of our sponsors, and Prime Venue as well. I would urge people to come here, try out the food, try out what they have to offer. Bonus, they have a spa. You can come here for your nails, a massage, and just everything, couples massage, and just everything to enjoy yourself. So thank you so much, Mrs Seedat.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
We'll definitely invite you again.
Indeed.
Because as a marriage counselor, you obviously have way more to tell us. So thank you so much.
Indeed.
Bye-bye.
Bye.